Hello everyone and welcome to this session of programming with Java. In this session we will see what do we mean by control flow in Java programming language. So let's look at the objectives of our session. We will start by understanding what do we mean by control flow, and afterward we will see the different types of control flow statement in Java. So what do we mean by control flow? Control flow basically refers to controlling the flow or execution of our program. Now this flow of execution can depend upon certain conditions, and if the conditions are evaluated down to a true value, then we will follow some path, and if the condition is evaluated down to a false value, then our program will follow a different path. So based upon the condition we will control the execution or path at which our program will go. So for example, let's say we are designing a program which deals with the student belonging to some class. If the student passes the exam, let's say we have a student, and if a student passes the exam, then we say that congrats and give him his respective grade. And if the student fails the exam, then we will say that sorry, or the program will say sorry you failed, take exam again. So our program will have the both definition, that is, if the student passes the exam, then it will also have the block of a statement which will say that congrats and have a grade, and we will also have a block which will only be executed when our student fails the exam, and we will say that sorry and take exam again. So based upon the condition that the student pass the exam or not, the flow or execution or the path at which program will go will be executed or controlled. So this is known as control flow in Java. Now what do we mean by conditions? Conditions basically refers to the situation which has two outcomes. These two outcomes are either true or false. So we can also say that conditions are basically Boolean expressions which are either true or false as an output. So a condition is either met or not met. So for example, let's say if a condition is if hungry, that if someone is hungry or not, then this is a condition. Now this condition can have only two outputs, that is either true or false. And if someone is hungry, then what he will do is he will eat, and if he is not hungry, then he will do something else, let's say sleep. So according to the condition, the program will follow or the program will be executed, or any condition will have true or false as an outcome, or we can, in layman term, we can say that condition will either be met or condition will either be not met. So conditions are these Boolean expressions according to which we control our program. Now we have basically three different kinds of statements to control the flow of execution. These are selection statement, iteration statement, and jump statement. Let's understand them one by one in detail. The selection statements are basically used to define the condition and their corresponding execution. So let's say we have different conditions, condition 1, condition 2 and condition 3, and they have their respective statement, that is the respective execution when they are true. So if condition 1 is true, we will follow some statement, if condition 2 is true, then we will follow some statement, and if condition 3 is true, we will follow some statement. So this is an example of selection, because as our condition is true, we follow their corresponding statement, or we are selecting the corresponding statement based on the which conditions are true. So we will say that this is an example of selection statement. Now we have two selection statement, the if statement and switch statement, and we will discuss them in very detail in the selection topic. The second type of statement we have is the iteration statement. The iteration statement basically tells our program to repeat certain situations or certain statement. So for example, let's say we have to print a number, and we have to print a number between 1 to 100. Now if we can see clearly, or if we look closely, then we can say that we are performing the same operation of printing the number, but we are just doing it 100 of times, since we have to print number between 1 to 100. So this is an example of loop or doing something in cyclical fashion. So we will say that this is an example of iteration statement. Now Java provides basically us with the three different kinds of iteration statement, the for, while and the do while iterative statement, and we will discuss all of them in their respective sessions. The last control flow statement Java provides us is the jump statement. The jump statement basically helps us to control the execution of program in the non-linear fashion. So for example, let's say we have a numbers or the sequence of number between 1 to 100, and we want our program to go through each number one by one, and if it encounters a number which is, let's say, 25 between 1 to 100, then it either breaks from the loop and stops the complete execution of our program, it skips this number and jump up to the next number, or completely terminate the program if we encounter the 25. So all these kinds of three operations can be performed by the break, continue and the return jump statement that Java provides us. So let's look at the summary of our session. We saw that the control flow basically refers to controlling the flow path or execution of our program. Java provides three different types of control flow statement, and the three statements are selection, iteration and jump. In the next session, we will understand all of these three statements with their respective keywords in detail. Thank you.